Well, I'm out here on the range today getting ready for turkey season, and I've got a really unique red dot sight here. It's made by Williams Gun Sight, which is right down the road from me here in Michigan. These guys have been making gun sights for nearly a century. They are synonymous with gun sights and high quality. And this year they came out with something new. It's called the Williams LRS, the low reflex sight. And this is a new red dot sight on the market. All the electronics on this are on the top of the sight instead of the bottom like most sights. So it allows you to get your head down on the comb of the gun and get your head way down close to the barrel and shoot down the barrel, which allows you to co-witness the bead on the front of this shotgun. Now this is perfectly suited for a lot of shotgun applications, but it'll also work on lever action guns, 22s, and also some pistols. This thing is pretty sweet. It's real low profile. It sits real low on your gun. I think I'm gonna like it. We're gonna take a look at it right now.
I mean, our company's been around for years, since 1926, and we've made rear aperture sights, peep sights for years. Got into the pistol market a few years ago with traditional style iron sights, but the market's changed to where red dots are now a new thing. And in the pistol world and AR world, you see tons of different options out there with red dots and reflex sights, but we saw a niche out there and an opportunity, a red dot geared right towards a shotgun or traditional style like carbine rifle, like a Henry lever action gun or Ruger 10/22, but we geared this sight right towards the shotgun market. So yeah, we came up with our Williams gun sight, our LRS reflex sight, and what LRS stands for is low reflex sight. And what we did, I'll actually grab a sight here, we reversed the technology in the sight to where we actually took the electronics that are normally on the bottom of a red dot and put them on the top, so we reversed it. And by doing that, it lowers the position of the reticle. And what that means for the shooter out of a shotgun or a traditional style rifle, they can lower their cheek position on the stock to make for a more natural shooting position. Again, be more accurate, faster target acquisition, just a more natural feel. And the guys that have used I'm gonna call them older version red dots or traditional style, they know that feeling where their cheeks got to sit up on the gun, and it's just an unnatural feel. But this eliminates that problem. But it's an all CNC constructed metal housing out of aluminum, so it's lightweight. It's designed to mount to a Picatinny rail right out of the box, but then we also make our custom adapter plates to take the sight platform even lower. But within the sight itself, the reticle, we did a 32 MOA segmented circle with a 3 MOA dot in the center of that circle. So again, geared right towards the shotgun shooter, turkey hunters, 3-gun competition guys, going specifically after that shotgun market. But it can be used in other platforms as well, like I mentioned earlier on that. It has 6 different brightness levels. So again, if you're out in a bright sun, you can crank up that brightness if you need to, or that low light, you can crank it all the way down. Has around 5,000 hours of battery life with the CR 2032 battery. On-off function, of course, and the biggest thing, just geared to keep to a low profile setup. So again, the older style red dots, where they sit higher, your bead sits unnaturally high above your bead. But with this style, it almost co-witnesses. It centers right over the top of it, and where it just makes for a more natural position. And I even found it sits low enough to where, let's say your battery did go out or something did happen in electronics, you could still use your front bead. It's still visible, and you don't have that in any other red dots out there. So to operate it, turn it on, very simple. It has an up arrow, a down arrow. Hit the up arrow to turn on the sight itself. Then down arrow, press and hold for 3 seconds to turn it off. And then your 6 different brightness levels, just up or down how you would like. And it does have an auto turn off after 6 hours as well. And we decided to have a longer turn off rating, just guys out hunting for 3-4 hours, they can just turn it on once and sort of set it and forget it. So when somebody buys our LRS reflex sight, it comes standard with a Picatinny mount. So you can mount it to any Picatinny rail. So a lot of guys already have those out there on their shotguns or rifles. But if you want to go lower, and again, when I say lower, I'm talking 30 to 50% lower than a traditional red dot out there, and that's extreme. So you can buy one of our custom mounting plates, like we designed for Mossberg, Remington, Benelli, Franke, different gun platforms. You mount this sight to this base plate, and it gets you to that 30 to 50% lower positioning. It's crazy low. If your gun is not drilled and tapped, that's the first thing. So is your gun drilled and tapped to take let's say a Picatinny mount or even one of our custom adapter plates? You can actually go to your local gunsmith, get it drilled and tapped out, and actually custom fit that plate right to your shotgun receiver or to whatever rifle you're trying to work it towards. But again, a lot of the turkey guns and 3-gun competition guns already come with a pick rail. So again, our sight right out of the box will mount right to that pick rail.
Well, this red dot sight really seems to have lived up to the hype. This Williams LRS, the low reflex sight, seems to be a really good, compact little sight, and it seems to be very well made. One thing I do like about this is a lot of red dot sights have a very flat front end, and that mirrored lens on the front shines right back at the turkeys when they're coming in, and I've had problems with that in the past. This scope, that lens is tilted forward just slightly so that that glare is shining down like this and not straight down the barrel. So I think this is going to be a really good addition to my shotgun here, and having that very low to the barrel with the electronics up high really gets my head right down on that cheek pad, which is what you want come turkey season.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to my daddy's channel.